Ay, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My rings, finna be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk up.
Hey, how y'all doing, folks? Chris Harris here, episode of Bucksby Sports Podcast. It's been a long time, man. I got my co-host, Samson Independent Sports Editor, Anthony Goodman with me. Um, like I said, folks, man, it's been a while. We want to catch y'all up on some of this area sports news. But first off, man, Coach, how you doing?
Man, blessed, man. First, welcome home.
Oh
we
yeah,
missed you
appreciate
out here, dog.
you.
We missed you out here, and with all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, I'm glad you made it back home safe, man. And I'm ready for us to pick this ball back up running, man. And get it. The people been asking, the people been wondering, and we
Yeah.
back at it.
I've been.
So,
Yeah, for those that because I know we got a lot of new followers. For those that don't know, I've been working overseas for the past 6 months. We tried to do a couple shows while I was over there, but the Wi-Fi wasn't really cooperating with us in the time. The time difference was a little bit challenging to work with, so we kind of discontinued our shows for a while. I think our last show probably right there. In the middle of the playoffs for football. So it's been a little while, man. So we got a lot of stuff to catch you guys up on. But first off, man, I want to thank everyone for continuing to follow the page and support the podcast. We're over 6,000 followers on Facebook now, which is I mean. For some other places, that's probably not that big of a deal, man. But for where what we started from, definitely a big deal. So I appreciate all that. I think we're rocking with around right there around 2,500 on Instagram. So we got to get that back up. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, man, be sure to check us out, man. For those that never saw a live show with us before, one of the biggest things we like to do is we like to engage with y'all in the comment section. So please make sure, man, if you got some comments, a question, or you're a parent, you want to shout out your loved one, your player, shout out to school, definitely feel free to do so. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So be bouncing back and forth. Check the comments out there. But Coach, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But let me see. First, we already got some activity in the chat, man. Shout out to Frankie Maynard. I think he's a Harold's guy, man. He always sharing a lot of Harold stuff. Harold's Christian Academy. Shout out for him for listening.
shout out
Shout out
here.
to Coach Sean Pone. Um, always a big supporter of the page. His son PJ, 71st running back athlete, man, starting to get a lot of attention out there in Fayetteville. So you definitely check him out. But looking forward to seeing what he does this football season. But
He
appreciate y'all
going
for
crazy on the track too.
oh yeah, man, kids a certified athlete, man.
He's a runner.
He
He's a track star.
hey look, he's got to be a coach's dream, man. You ain't even got to call a play. Just hand him the ball, say PJ, our end zone's that way, and he
You go.
gonna get it done, man. But definitely appreciate his dad, man. He does a lot of great stuff with us, a lot of the youth in that area. So man, definitely check out Coach Pone, man. Always got his foot in the community doing good things. But check over on the Instagram, man. Shout out to everybody on the Instagram. It's been a while since we been live over there, so man, y'all on the Instagram. I know we a lot of student athletes on the Instagram, so definitely lock in with us. Send us some questions, comments, statements, anything y'all got, man. One thing I want to do first, man. Like I said, since it's been such a long time since we've done a live show, want to dive back into football before we get into some of the current events, man. Going back to football, some of the biggest news that dropped toward the end of the season locally is the coaching change out there at Clinton High School, man. Of course, Clinton has moved on from Coach Johnny Boykin, and the new hire, coach Jason Arnett, very familiar name in the area. Head coach for Harrow's Christian Academy for a couple years. Was a long time assistant and coordinator for Clinton under Bob Lewis.
Yeah.
So name that we're very familiar with, man, and happy for Coach Arnett, and looking forward to seeing what he does. But just kind of stepping back to the Boykin era real quick, and I'm not gonna dive too deep into it because things done changed in Sanford County, man. Y'all arresting people for what they say on the internet now, so I
Yeah.
ain't gonna go I ain't gonna go too hard on it, but it's something that me and you kind of talked about privately, especially after the Wallace Rose Hill game, where we said, yeah, this is some changes that's probably going to be made, and I want to say it was after the East Bladen game that I publicly made a post, on the page saying, okay, there's some changes that probably need to be made, and the next time Clinton, goes into a head coaching search, it's got to be more into it. It's got to be a bigger prerequisite than just being from Clinton, because
Right.
I will say this, like I said, there's nothing personal against Coach Boykin, but when he was first hired, the first thing you do when a coach is hired, what do? You kind of look at their resume a little bit, see what
Yeah.
they've done as a head coach,
Yeah.
and nothing on his resume stood out to me, as far as his especially as far as his head coaching record. So, right there from the jump, I was kind of feeling some type of way, but I mean, it just didn't work out, and I applaud Clinton for going ahead and doing what they need to do, because if you feel something's not right, why prolong it? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give you don't want to give CPR to a dead situation. So I mean, they made the move and moved on to the coach Arnett, and I know I kind of sound um like I said, I'm happy for Coach. I think Coach can do a good job out there. One of the biggest things I've always talked about, though, like I said, I feel like there needs to be more to it than just being from Clinton. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of small towns sometimes miss out on some solid coaching candidates and opportunities because we're stuck in this bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we're looking for a coach, but he's got to be from Clinton. He's got to play. He has to play for Clinton. He has to be somewhat Clinton connected, and that's not always the case, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, I get it. You want somebody that you're familiar with. You want somebody that you feel like already knows the layout of the community and knows where the athletes are, and knows how to. I get it, but like I said, man, sometimes you miss out on a lot of good, candidates when you stick in that bubble. But unlike Coach Boykin, Coach Arnett actually has a resume to fall back on, where you look, you can see, okay, he's done this, he's done this. I feel a lot more comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? And I was always, like I said, I was always at the Clinton games in the mid, that 2010s to 2016, 17 era when he was coordinating for under Bob Lewis, and I've seen the work he's done because when as defensive coordinator, between 2014 and 2016, those were some really good, Clinton teams. So we've seen the body work. He was pretty much the coach in waiting under Bob Lewis when it was probably unspoken that when Bob Lewis retired, Coach Arnett would take over. But then of course he gets the job at Harrow's, and Clinton has to make other moves whenever Bob left. But I feel like he could do a good job, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, man. We got a good group of kids coming up from the JV. You got a
Well,
good group coming over from the middle school, so he's definitely got some things to work with. I know some of the naysayers, some of the people that like to get on me about how much I had to say about Boykin this last year will say, "Well, you better judge him the same way you." And I want y'all to, for those that know, think back that first year. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing the first year. First year you get a pass, man. You get a pass. But going into the year two, you want to see a little something, something. And I just like I said, we spoke before, man. It was crystal clear after that Wallace game. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
So I
but
gotta ask you a question, man, because along with the coaching change, there's a QB change. Um, Miles McCallum has officially been announced that he is departing Clinton after just only playing 1 year after transferring from Roseville. Um, what's your thoughts about that? From my understanding, um, his father wasn't very fond of the hiring and the announcement of Coach Arnett taking a coaching role because he's a defensive coach and not an offensive coach, and felt like it's going to be taking the ball out of Miles's hands more than it was this year. So they decided to depart. So what's Clinton's direction at QB?
well, I understand the concern. Like you said, Coach Arnett is more defensive based, and of course, in the past, he's run more run based offense as a head coach. If you go back and look at what he did at Harrell's, so I understand the concern. You don't want to, you got a quarterback that you want to see you want to see him pass the ball. So I understand the move, and I don't hold it against him. I ain't mad at it. As far as the Clinton's new direction going forward, um, if it's we got a couple good kids that will fit that type of offense if that's the direction we're going in. Like I said, I'm not in the inner I'm not in any inner circles in Clinton anymore after after 2 years ago my rant and my defense of Corey Johnson. I pretty much got kicked out of every single inner circle there. So I don't know anything about what's going on as far as the coaching staff or any hires or what type of system they're going to be running. But if it's run based, we have two prospects coming up from JV possibly that fit that type of mold if it's going to be a run based offense. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and I
another
wanted just
departure.
speaking on kids, the kids speaking of Elijah Bryant, he was one of the quarterbacks on JV this past season. Very, very, very talented basketball player as well.
Yes, he's a hooper.
And the other kid, hold on one second. I don't want to omit his name. Give me one sec because we did a spotlight him on the page. He was a freshman, number 12 for the name's escaping me right now. Hold on, give me
I
one
was about
second.
to say 12. That's There was another departure with a freshman
Oh
up
yeah,
from
well, I
Northwest.
was gonna talk about that as well. Of course, Zaire Strickland moving on to Huff out there in Charlotte to play with Ethan Royal, man. Which is something that his dad has spoke to me about prior to the season ending, in which I don't believe that had anything to do with the coaching change. I think that was something that was going to
Yeah,
happen
that was
regardless.
different.
That was something that was going to happen regardless, and nothing. I'm not mad at him. I know a lot of people, and that's another thing that we kind of got to dive into. A lot of people have this thing about kids moving and transferring for sports now, where they like to talk down on the kids and talk down on the family and accuse them of accuse them of under the table payments and stupid. Where it's nothing like that, man. This is something that if the that was already already being talked about. And at the end of the day, man, as long as the kids want it, as long as the parents want it, that's their business, man. They can do what they want to do. You don't tell nobody, how to raise other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but I like
But
the
it
move.
does raise eyebrows on how that program is able to do
Look,
what they do.
a lot of people talk about
Because look,
Huff
we
right
we
now
got problems
who
right
have
here in
not been
Central
paying
County.
attention. They have not been paying attention. Have All right. Think back to this is something that goes on in Charlotte all the time. It's just
Yes.
Huff's turn. Think back to those independence teams in the
Chris
2000s.
Leak,
Do you think every single one of those kids went to Charlotte Independence from kindergarten to 12th grade?
nah.
No,
Nah.
no.
Chris
Let's
Leak
be
wasn't
honest.
even from
No,
Charlotte.
no, no. You
Leak
know them
wasn't from
kids. Oh,
Charlotte.
man, look, it's just Huff's turn. You got Independence. Independence was doing it. Then it what? Then it moved. Then the balance of power
West
always
Charlotte.
shifts in Charlotte. Then it shifted to Mallard. It shifted to like Butler. Then from Butler it shifted to Mallard Creek. Then from Mallard Creek it shifted to to Chambers, and then from Chambers, and it just does that. That's right now. It's Huff's turn. Everybody, all the kids want to go to Huff.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes.
yeah.
I ain't mad at them though, man.
But the
Like I
grass
said,
ain't
at the end of the
always
day, man,
greener
if
though, man. The grass
at
ain't
the end
always
of the
green.
day,
Cause
man, if a kid,
look at the
if the kid
shine,
wants
bro.
it, the parent wants it, I ain't got no problem with it, man. Everybody tries to
I got,
blame all this stuff going on what's going on in college now, but all this stuff been going on for years. The only
yeah,
difference is social media now. That's the only
yeah.
difference. This stuff been going on for years, man. Ain't nothing different.
And
It's
like
just more visible.
when you listen to some of these other pods with the athletes, they tell all now, bro, because they passed that time of getting punishable. They're telling all the truths about how much their parents got paid to go to so and so, how they ended up at this high school so they could get more exposure. Like you just said, it's that's this been going on, bro. This ain't nothing new. It's
Look,
just it's heightened because of social media, like you said. But I want some of these kids to realize though, man, because I look at, and I'm not using them as an example, but like Shy Wynn, when he went out there to Huff, he went from number one in the state to being a rotational receiver. And sometimes, man, that grass ain't always greener, man. Like
and I,
you
that's
can
one
do
thing
crazy
we've always
things right here in Sampson County, bro.
that's one thing we always talked about. I mean, it's something when going from a big being a big fish in a small pond to going out there to Charlotte and stuff. It's different, but I like I said, I don't have no like I said, I would never have a problem with a kid, doing it. But like I said, at the end of the day, if the kid wants it, the parent wants it. What am I
That's
to
their
say? That's
business.
their kid,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I understand people love to focus on the negative, and but I mean, look at this, man. We had a kicker, Mr. JJ Baggett, kicked his freshman year at Clinton. Outstanding kid, man. Family said, "Look, I feel like we can. We family feel like we can make this move. They made that move out there to move him to Providence Day, and there was challenges, man. He had to, share time with other kickers and compete and this, that, and third. But I mean, look. I mean, all that those trials and stuff. Look where it led him. Man. He's going to
Right.
be he's going to be kicking field goals on Saturdays in the Big Ten for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
A kid from Clinton, kid from Sampson County, going to be kicking field goals in Ann Arbor on the biggest stage in college, one of the biggest stages in college football. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
and then of course, Ethan Royal, man, all the the I mean he
I
was going
think
to be
he's
great either
over.
way.
I think
And
he's
like I
over
said, that
20.
hurt my. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt my heart when when I found out he was leaving, man, because I watched that kid, since Roll Lane, man. I was ready to see him in. I was ready to see him in black and gold, but of course, I mean, they made the
Yeah.
move, and like I said, my support for him has never changed from day one. I mean, yeah, I hate to see you leave, man, but I want the kid to do great things, and he has, and you see what he's
Bro, that
doing right now.
championship performance, bro.
Oh yes, sir.
I
Oh
cried, bro. I
man.
think I called you. I
Oh
called you
man.
that night, bro. I called you
Man.
that night. It was so emotional just to see him performing like that, bro. Like I wrote a profile piece about him because he's still Clinton's. He's still Sampson County's. Like we still got him. You know what I
Yeah, that's what I'm
mean?
saying. I still claim him, man. I said,
Yes,
you know where
sir.
that kid from, right?
Yes,
Boy
sir.
from-
And he had the Coheri tribe join on and everything, bro. He was representing hard. Like I love that boy, man. That young man is so impressive, not just because of his football skill, but as a human being.
oh yeah,
Like true definition of a student athlete. I think he's about 30 letters in, as far as offers and whatnot. Um, I pray to God that he stays healthy this year, bro,
oh
and
yeah,
he reaps all the fruits of his labor, man, because that boy works relentlessly. He was putting up workout videos
yeah. I remember.
like 2 weeks
I
after
remember,
the
man.
championship. After the
Yeah,
championship, he was putting workout videos up immediately. Like that boy is a grinder, man, and I
look,
hope
like I
nothing but
said,
success for
you
that
just
young
knew.
man, bro.
I mean, you just knew back in the Royal Lane days that this kid was gonna be special. I remember I was working at the prison there, And one of my coworkers, his son was playing rec ball. And yeah, man, hey, we were talking one day at work. And like, look, man, you got to come check this kid out, man. This kid's amazing. I was like, I ain't really been to a rec game in a long time. I go check him out, man. And I think it was like the first play of the game. Took like a little readout play, went around. I was like man, who's this kid?
Who is
Then I
this?
found. Then I found out, Then I found out more. Then I found out who his brother was. I remember watching his brother play for Clinton. Chris. Chris was an outstanding athlete as well. He played. I mean, played every position: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, return kicks, kick extra points. So that family just some great athletes, man. So you knew he was going to be special, man. But yeah, seeing that state championship performance was definitely a proud moment, man. Just to see what him accomplish that. That's a big feat, and definitely looking forward to seeing what he do this year. But real quick, I just want to rewind real quick. The other quarterback that possibly might be coming up from JV. Like I said, I don't make none of those decisions, but it's that type of mold. Nasir Brewington. That
Oh
was
yeah,
his name. So
yeah. He gave
just
Hopkins
want just want
fits
to
in that
rewind to that
championship.
real quick. I ain't want to speed past that, but one more young man and we're kind of moving from football to basketball, but the young man that was at Lakewood, Xavier Hall, he's out there at Davidson Day now. He's about to start getting a lot of attention as far as basketball and stuff like that. And I mean, like I said, if the kid wants it, the parent wants it, like I said, you hate to see him leave the county, but I mean, like I say I'm still support the kids. I know I just don't like to see the comments about people talking down on these kids
Right.
or talking down on the parents and acting like, hey, as much as we love these schools or whatever, these schools don't own these kids. You know what I'm saying? You ain't obligated to stay. You know what I'm saying? If you want to move, that's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. I mean, again, who are we to deny these kids the opportunities, man? But
Like you
we
like I
have
said,
some
I get it. You would
examples.
love to see them, do it here at home, but like I said, man, if they feel
That
some type of way or the parents feel some type of way, like you said, it's not up to us local fans to try to block that or talk
right,
down on that, man. Like I said, you don't want nobody telling you how to raise your kids.
right.
If you got your son and you say, what, I want him to go play here because I like not just because of the athletics, but man, say you like the educational, the academic programs
They
and
got
stuff that they
STEM
offer,
programs.
and
Yeah,
you move your for that, and people start, talking down on you and talking trash about you and your family, and then you're gonna feel some type of way. So that's why. So as I say, it's like I said, man. Just like I said, I hope him, I wish him the best, and continue to support him, and continue to, you know, share their good news when they make it. But like I said, it's like I said, yeah, they maybe have a different name on their jersey or whatever, but they're still
they're
from
still
Sanford County,
ours.
man. There's
Yeah.
they're still 910. They're still ours, man.
So I got to shout out a local talent that we got that's being receiving some D1 offers. Big Moose, Amir Moore down there in Harrold's, man. That boy done got offers from Georgia, all these other D1s, bro. He got an offer from Carolina. I think I messaged you the other day. Imagine him and Trayshawn Ruffin on the same line, boy.
Hey,
That's
look,
nasty work. But like
if I
he's an
if I was
example of
a
local
opposing
talent, bro.
coach, if I was an opposing coach playing Harold's Christian Academy, and I see that 6'8", 270 pounds walk out there on that field, I'm gonna need to see a birth certificate.
Yeah, man. He
I'm gonna need
looked
to see a
grown.
birth
Well, I
certificate.
thought he was a senior this year when I
Man,
walked
that
up to
is a
him.
grown man out there. I'm like,
Well, I
hold,
had,
hold up. I'm calling timeout. I'm like, ref, look. I don't normally do this, but look, I need to see his birth certificate.
yes, sir. Hey, look, I'm a fairly big dude, but when I walked up to him on the sideline, like you can see players from on the field. You don't really get that scale until you stand next to him, bro. When I stood next to that joker in them pads, the helmet with them cleats on, I said, "Dang, bro, you a grown ass man, dog." Like, he a grown man, bro. And then seeing him on the basketball court, I was like, "Yo." who is this kid, bro? I already knew about Tonio with Deshaun and Mr. Brunson out there, but when I saw Moose on the court, bro, I was like, yo, that boy, he built different, man. He grown man strength. But he one of them Sampson County homegrowns, man. Uh, I'm excited for him, bro, to see how the senior season gonna go for him and see where he lands. Um, I know that the offers is just now beginning. Like he's on them same lines as far as Ethan going regarding how them letters are coming in. He's uh he's definitely gonna go D1
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely
and
gonna
doing
go
it
D1.
right here in little old Sampson County.
Yeah, I thought they were exaggerating, man. I was like, hold up, man, six
Nah,
eight, 6'8" what? Yeah,
nah,
I know college recruiters. As soon as they see him, they're just like, yeah, oh yeah, we gotta get him, man. I mean, because a lot of times, they will, they're big on what's the word I'm thinking about, the measurables, just
yeah,
those measurables,
the
you
metrics.
you you may not be, you may still be kind of rough around the edges as far as um, your as being a football player, but they can like, look, you got the measurables, they can coach you up,
Right.
they'll get you right. Yeah,
I think
definitely.
Jeremiah Davis down there is going to be somebody to keep the eye on too on the football field. Um, when you talk about a two-way, him playing running back and that DB,
Hmm.
I haven't seen the boy allow a catch in my eyes, but when he's a shutdown corner and he can dash that thing on the ground. Like he's a true two-way guy that I think teams are going to have to put a circle around his name on your scout report
And I
going
think
into it.
Mr. Frankie, he'll probably like this. But I gotta, we gotta do a little bit more covering Harold's as far as on the podcast. I know we really got our foot down in Sampson, Duplin, and Bladen County and stuff, and then at times it's easy to overlook because they're a private school,
Yeah,
playing in an independent school, playing in different leagues. So I gotta do a little bit better job covering them and showing them some love because, like I said, they got some guys down there, man.
yeah.
Like I said, I mean, Amir was right there under our nose the whole season, man. I was like, oh, hold up, who this kid? Who this
Yeah.
kid from Harold's getting all these offers?
He could have
So I
been a
got to.
church warrior candidate for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Speaking of our church warriors, though, did you see Big John
Oh yes, sir. Yes,
at the
sir.
coach compound?
That's
Man,
another
the
kid
boy
that
showed out, man.
that's another kid that I believe is going to start really seeing some that should start seeing some major attention, man. Big John Williams out there midway, man. Definitely just just a load to deal with, man. Like I said, I ain't no coaching none, but look, man, look, I got third and short, fourth and inches.
Run it,
I'm running right
run it right
behind.
behind
I'm running right behind Big 75. I don't care what play it is.
him. That boy can move some
Man, look.
furniture, boy. He can move some furniture, man. I want to also shout out some combine standouts. Them two Spartans out there. Of course, we know about Tobias Cromartie. He was our preseason player of the year, the year before last. But there's another young guy there named Kenny Ray Bailey that showed out at the combine, and he had one of the
Then you run like a
fastest
then you
40s.
like a then you run like a 4.4,
Yup.
like a 4.4 40.
And I'm so pissed off at them boys because why ain't they doing track?
Oh, they not running
No,
track.
they're not running track. And I told Tobias to his face because I saw Tobias on Friday at Clinton. I was like, "There's no reason you out here putting out these tapes and y'all running like that, and neither one of y'all in track."
Yeah, man. Especially for especially for the skilled guys, man. I feel like a lot of times, a lot of coaches make that a requirement. If
Right.
you're not, if you're not playing, baseball or something like that, man. You a skilled
You need
player.
to be doing
You better have your
something.
butt. You better have your butt out there on that track.
I know Coach Oates isn't coaching track this year. I think it's Coach Williams now, and Coach Register is helping. So that might be a part of it. I'm not sure. But I was a little disappointed because
Yeah,
they had a conference meet last Wednesday, and the only boys I saw out
Mm-hmm.
there were throwers, and they had one runner. Now the girls showed out. The girls showed out heavy with their soccer player. Like some of their soccer players are doing track. As long as their soccer, we shout out to their soccer program as well. Um, there's a young lady on that squad named Marlene um, Sanchez. Um, she's number two in the state as far as goals. Um,
Oh wow.
and Denise Jorge Garcia is right behind her from Hopton. She's hovering in the top five, and then Clinton's Jenna Jackson. I wrote an article about them this past week regarding us having three Sampson County students that are in the top 10 as far as points scored. Um, we got talent out here, man. We got
Oh
talent
yeah.
that's right underneath our nose, and I've been trying to make sure that um, I'm giving attention to more kids because it's not just about Clinton and Midway and Hopton. We gotta try to do our best to spread love to everybody. So, and then the real stepchild I feel like gets neglected more than anything is Mints. And I can admit this regarding the paper too, bro.
Hey, hey,
Like
hey,
Mints
I ain't gonna
gets
lie. Like
so swept under the rug, bro.
you definitely forget about men. So I know they do
They
basketball,
have a legendary
baseball,
volleyball team. Their
volleyball.
volleyball team is national level, bro. Um, Coach Hans, who is their athletic director, he coaches the volleyball team. He um he sends them to national tournaments every year. I think they went 2 seasons in a row without a regular season loss, but they don't get acknowledged as much, man. So I definitely want to take the time to shout out Coach Hans and that whole volleyball program because them girls they be on it from middle school on up. All of them play travel ball. I think like the Forza leagues and stuff like that. They all play travel ball. They legit out there, man.
Yeah, definitely have to do more. Do some more because that's where Clinton's Henry Bass, he was out there
Yeah.
before he came to Clinton and stuff. So yeah, I definitely got to dive more into showing up some love on the page as
And
well. Because
shout
like I
out to
said, man,
Henry
we
who just declared for Southeastern. Um,
oh
Speaking
yeah,
of Heralds, there's two Heralds boys that's going to be along with him, and Reed Strickland and Jesse Smith, I believe. Both of them have
oh,
already declared and signed to Southeastern, and Henry just signed the other week. So we got three Sampson County guys that's going to be representing Southeastern Community College on the diamond. So I want to
you
shout
got
all
some
them boys
you got
out
some
too.
Lakewood guys signing tomorrow, right?
Yes, and Juan Parker and
Sean
Devin Jones.
isn't Deshaun Carr? Did he already sign or is it? I
Deshaun,
want to say I saw his. I want to say I saw his name too.
matter of fact, I need to call Coach Elliott as soon as we get done with this podcast, man.
Yeah, I want to say. I want to say on Instagram I saw a couple. Yeah, I saw a couple of the guys supposed to be signing this. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's like I said, it's exciting time. For a lot of these senior athletes here, man. Their last little stint here at high school, man. They're gonna about to get into this college stuff.
the Jacob Holland, he signed.
Okay.
Jacob Holland signed. I don't know if they did the official pomp and circumstance. I asked him if he did,
Mm-hmm.
but I know he's declared. Um, Denise Jorge Garcia that I mentioned earlier in girls soccer, she's gonna be joining her brother out there in Shawan. It's
Oh yeah,
Shawan, right?
yeah. I remember her brother Henry.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
and she's trying to break his record. And she
man,
just might do it. I think she
that
only
joker
like.
was man, that joker was a walking bucket, as we say, man. All types of records broken.
But she's about to break his record. She been done broke the girls' record, but she's trying to
Uh,
beat his record. I think she's like 6 goals away.
that's gonna make some interesting family dinners, man. When it comes down to
For real. But I love that because they push each other so much during high school, and now for both of them to be attending the same university, I really love that for them, man. I think they can
they can push each other, help each other grind
Hey,
to
give
get
me
better
one
and better
second,
at
man.
their craft. Why I got a moment, folks. I know y'all probably can't see it because I got this background thing on. But the section 10, my first special section, girls soccer previews, just highlighting all our local schools. Hopton, Clinton, Union, Heralds, Lakewood, and Midway. The first special section, highlighting all of the girls soccer seasons, how they're going so far. Um, whether they're having a good season or a bad season. I'm a positive spin guy. I always make a positive out of everything. And to go along with what we've been saying, man, we got so much talent here in Jefferson County that I really wish that parents and fans and community members open their eyes to. I went to a Union game the other day, and the stands were a little empty, and I didn't like that, man. For 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 a program to be performing as good as they're doing, you would think that you would see more support.
Yeah,
You should be
yeah,
supporting
definitely.
your team whether you're doing good or bad because that's your community. But um, I would love to see more support for not just baseball because baseball was deep over there, and needless to say, like those programs aren't doing as well as
Hmm.
their soccer program is doing. But if you look at the
What
stands,
which is that's crazy to me. They said nothing against nothing against the Union baseball, but you would think more people, you know. But
yeah,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
they had some inner turmoil regarding some knuckleheads and whatnot. And let's just talk about this, man. This generation different, bro. Like I've never seen how the Texans owner said the inmates running the asylum, even though that sounded real crazy and racist. But some of these kids are like kind of running the program and telling the coaches, "Oh, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that, or I'm gonna quit." And participation levels are so low where they are kind of having some equity, where you will have some coaches compromise and tolerate some stuff that they normally wouldn't tolerate because they're so low of talent. But shout out the coach for saying, you know, I don't care. I'd rather lose without you than win with you if you're going to be behaving and
I
acting like
mean,
that. I mean,
that's
he took the
how. I
first
mean,
stance and put his
that's
foot
how
down.
that's how it should be. I mean, like I said, hearing stuff like that and thinking it back to my coaches, like I wish somebody would say something like that to Coach Sabo. Like,
But
hey, bro, like you said, of course we talk trash, behind the scenes and under our breath and stuff, but man, look here, I would never in my man, I know my worst day think about saying some mess like that to Coach Sabo. I ain't doing that.
what did you say? Hey, you know what? Go ahead, call your ride, bro. Call
For
your
real.
ride.
Go ahead and
Call
clean
your
that
ride.
locker out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it's definitely different, man. We talked about it before. I mean, even just like I said, you wonder sometimes about exactly what is happening in practice because when we used to come up here and talk about the games and critique,
Yeah.
and not necessarily. I'm not tearing nobody down. I'm critiquing the
Right.
performance,
Right.
and jokers would get online and after they hear me talk, would be sending me messages mad as hell. Like you never heard that you need to work on this before? Like what's going on in practice?
Right.
Because I mean,
And the words of Cat Williams, did you know we can see you?
like, bro, I'm
Like we
watching.
not the only
Like,
ones that's noticing.
look, I'm
It's just
watching the game and I'm just giving my critique. And Jokers was going. I had a target on my back for a while, man. The people talking about, are you even a fan? Like, yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan. Obviously, I am. I mean, I watch the games. I'm just letting you know, like this is a reason why we didn't win this
Right,
game. I mean,
right.
like, I'm just letting you know. And I'm like, man. So have you never heard you need to work on something before? Like, what's going on in practice? Because even when we executed something, good, there was always something on film. I mean,
Yeah.
those film sessions with Coach Salvo on Mondays used to be those things used to be brutal, man. Used to, I mean, there would be times where you trying to do one of these, you try to become invisible.
Hey,
And
we
Coach
did a
Coach
lot of good
Salvo
things
Coach
right here.
Salvo was ruthless, man. Coach Salvo had this laser pointer, and he would rewind it, play it back, run, and he'll be circling you with the little laser pointer. Like what?
Keep it out of
I hope I
56
hope I
right
hope
here.
Coach ain't hope Coach Salvo ain't watched it, but I gotta do his voice real quick. John, what is this here? Who taught you that? Who taught you
Keep
that,
keep an eye on 56 right here. Now, is
man?
this what we
Look,
do in
and
practice?
I mean he'll play it back. I mean, it got to the point. It was so bad. I remember making a mistake, and I didn't even want to go to practice on Monday. I was like, 'cause I know in the film, coach is gonna like me. First of all, they run a simple down. We dash 30 yards. What's John? What is this here? But yeah, it's just different now, man. So you wonder, like, are these like what he was talking about? I mean, is there any correction? Is there any stuff going on? Because these kids sometimes they act like they ain't never heard it before.
Right. And I don't know, man. Again, it's a generational thing, man. Because some of these kids are so system, you know,
And look,
like
I'm thankful. Look, I've told the story before. I'm thankful for all the butt chewings and stuff. Like I said, I got a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Jeff Sauber was one of my favorite coaches. And till this day, I mean, I like I said, when I listen to Clinton's radio broadcast, you could just tell even now his football knowledge, man.
yeah.
He just got a
But,
wealth. I mean, I learned so much from the man. But look,
well,
some of
shout
his
out to him
ass
because he let me
chewings,
on a couple of radio broadcasts with him during basketball.
man. Look, some of his butt chewings that he used to give us prepared me. I told this story before. I was in the Air Force. I went to boot camp. And the whole thing with boot camp, people yell, drill sergeants all in your face yelling this, that, and third. And people used to ask me, like, man, how come you never seem to get rattled when, drill sergeant right there in your face yelling and stuff like this? I'm like, look, I played football for a man named Jeff Sauber. So if you can make it through, that, you can make it through anything, man. So none of that mess never. It's like I said, I'm thankful for it, man. There's life lessons going on out there on that football field, and I mean,
Yeah.
it just
But nowadays,
that
man, there's a whole lot of coddling going on that's gonna hurt these kids when they get out into the real world, man. Like,
That's one of the things we talked about too. I said, look, man, you can't handle me critiquing you, bro. You gonna
how
get
you
out to the
gonna
real world.
handle a
You in
boss?
for you in for a rude awakening. You can't handle me saying, look, y'all need to have better effort, more preparation, this, that, and the third. You can't handle me saying that, bro. When you get out into the real world,
They gonna
whew,
eat you alive. They will eat you alive.
I mean, like I said, man, I'm thankful for all the yelling and the grab to the face mask and the up downs
Get them
uh,
chopping. Hey, shout out
and
to Coach
yeah.
Brad Hardison, man, bro. That when we had to do up downs, bro, let somebody jump, man. Oh, I saw a little movement there. You jump, get them chopping. What? You start doing them up downs, bro. I was like, yo, put us back with the receivers, man. When I was playing tight end, we had to split time between receivers and line, right?
Uh,
So anytime we was on line with Coach Hardison, bro, let somebody jump. Just one person. Oh, I saw some movement there. You jump, get them chopping.
grass
Doing
drills.
them
That's
up,
what
down,
Coach
up,
Coach
down.
Salvo grass drills. Get the feet. Grass drills.
But yo, man, I love calling games with Coach Salvo, man. Them basketball games, hearing him call games,
Have you ever been around somebody so prepared?
man, dog. The
Well, look,
season stuff and how mind process so fast.
he coached the exact same way. I swear to God, we may not have always been the most talented team, but we were
But
the
prepared,
most prepared because man, he had these scouting reports that he used to print out for everybody, and I mean, had all the teams opposing plays. I mean, like I said, we were prepared, man. But I got a, like I said, I got a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Salvo, man. Till to this day, I still believe he's one of the best defensive football minds that in North Carolina high school football, man. He like I said, he deserves just as much
yeah,
praise and stuff as that we give Bob Lewis because Jeff Salvo
yeah.
was right there with him, man.
And Coach Renner too, man. I know
Jimmy
Coach Renner
Rayner,
was a little more old school.
Mark
Uh,
Fields,
he just,
all them guys,
yeah,
man.
that's some legend. But
Uh, oh,
shout out
oh,
to
Coach.
the
Oh,
shout
it's
out to the
Coach
other
Hooper.
legends around
Coach,
too.
let me.
We
Coach
got
Hooper. Hey, look, let me tell you something. Coach
who was the
Hooper
legend
never could
from
get my
Young
dang. He could never get my dang name
Holiday,
right.
right? JC Holiday. It's not JC Holiday.
I'm like, man, how? I'm like, that man can never remember my name for nothing in this world, man. Did I lose you, Coach? Yeah, I think I lost you. Look, while we wait for Coach to get back, man, don't forget, man, while we up here ranting and running our mouths and stuff, man, don't forget one of the things with our live shows, man. We want y'all to comment. So y'all got any questions, anything y'all want us to talk about, or if you're an old school guy like us, man, shout out your coach, man, shout out your coaches from high school, man.
Yeah, man.
But coach, we got coach back, but yeah, I was talking about Coach Hooper, man. He got, I don't know if you worked with him, ever got a chance to work with him in Hopton or anything, but yeah, Coach Hooper that man could never remember my name for nothing, man.
Nah, he had left right before Davion got into high school.
Okay, yeah, he
That's before Beasley got in. With
yeah.
I think Beasley was after Hooper.
Yeah, he's one of the local coaching legends as well, man. One of the guys that was right there with us. So shout out to him, man. I seen him.
Shout out Kenny Bass. Kenny Bass is the coach that put the rafter up in at Hopkins. They named the court after
Mm,
him. Um, that man, he truly loves basketball through and through. Um, he probably know more basketball. He probably forgot more basketball than I know.
hey, that's how
I
hey,
love picking his
hey,
brain,
I feel
man.
you on that. Um, like I said, I think well, actually, it's one more thing I want to talk about before we move on to maybe talk about a little bit of basketball recap. Uh, any sponsors out there or potential sponsors? Anybody interested in helping us out this upcoming football season? If you're familiar with what we did, we had a couple. We'll normally shout the sponsors out on the page and on the shows, little ad reads, stuff like that, featuring them in a player post. So anybody interested, small business owners, any local businesses in the area, Sampson County, Duplin County, Bladen County, Columbus. We got a lot of Columbus County people
Yeah.
that recently joined up. So we'll be opening that up soon. Want to go ahead and start kind of getting that in place before football season. So if you're interested, definitely hit our email up, hit the inbox up. We'll talk. Also, one of the big things we announced this upcoming season, man, the Bucksweet Sports Sampson County Cup, man. We're gonna give that to the best Sampson County football team. I know people from other counties like, hey, why just Sampson County? Well, like I said, this is where it's all got started at, man. So we want
Yeah.
to want to do a trial run to see how it goes here. But one of the things I was talking about was I get it, I understand. Every Sampson County team doesn't play each other. I get it. We got I got a system. We gonna work it out. We trust me. We'll work it out. But at the end of the day, it's about who has the best record. Head to head games gonna be a major factor. But at the end of the day, it's about having that best record. So I use Midway as an example this past year. So Midway not only had the best record in the county, but
They played
they beat
everybody.
Clinton, they beat Lakewood, they beat
They
Hopton.
beat Hopton.
They didn't play Union, but we get it. Look, I mean, you kind of look. They had the best record. They were 3-0 against other Sefton County competition.
Yeah,
They would have won the cup. So
yeah.
that's just kind of the premise of what we're going off of. But basically, if you win all your games, you ain't about it. You ain't got to worry about, well, what happens if this happens. Bottom line, win all your games. Win all your
Facts.
games. You go win all your games. You gonna win the cup. So
Facts.
I'm excited about that, and this is something that we're not being sponsored with this. Coming out of my pocket. I got a a design for the trophy, and I'm excited about it, man. It's something that I hope actually gets embraced and becomes a big thing in the county. And we can go into the school and see that thing on display. But I'm gonna make it so where you can add a different add different names for the winners for each year. And if it goes good for Sampson County, man, we'll expand to Duplin and maybe Bladen. Or Bladen's gonna be easy. You know, it's gonna be
Facts.
East Bladen or West Bladen. So that, but you get what I'm saying though. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm excited about that,
And
man.
that's another thing
Rivalry
about
trophies,
us
man.
being in Century County. We have so many schools. Like, we're the largest county in the state, man. There's a lot of schools
Oh
here.
yeah,
So I
that's
mean,
true.
it's a variety. It's open. You know what I mean? Out here, as opposed to being a county that only got two schools in it. But
So I'm excited
I
about
want to
that.
also
I
shout out
see.
you,
I
man, for
saw.
doing the plaques for the awards, man. Like, I enjoyed presenting to Coach Scrunts and J.K. and Big John. The only person that we missed was Trey Sean, because he's the big dog on campus out there in Chapel Hill, and it's been hard to reach him. You know,
Yeah,
he said
no.
we'll make it happen, but we're still trying. We're still trying. But
Well,
doing that,
like you
man,
said, I was happy that we were able to do that, and I'm
the
working
kids
on I'm
saw the
working on the bat
plaques,
I'm working on the
man.
basketball ones. I haven't forget about it. Like I said, that's a good segue to go into basketball. Of course, our player of the year for the male, we had Antonio McCoy, and just happened, female player of the year, his little sister Ariana McCoy, and
Crazy.
it wasn't just because it's his sister. We're gonna talk about it. Of course, we had our coach of the year, Clinton High School women's basketball coach, Coach
Coach
Chris
O.
Owens, and of course, our team of the year was the Clinton Lady Dark Horse basketball team, who had an outstanding year.
Undefeated regular season.
But real quick, just to talk about basketball real quick, man. Lakewood, that last half of the season, man. Ariana, she went crazy, man. It was like a her LeBron moment, man.
I
A
would
three
say
or four
Kobe,
game.
bro. Like, you remember when Kobe went like
Oh
six
yeah,
games
yeah,
straight with 40 points?
yeah. It was
That's what it
crazy. Like
reminded me of, bro.
every game was 30 plus, and it just Lakewood got on a winning streak. I mean, that Carolina 2A 1A conference was just a dogfight up top with Lakewood, East Bladen, East Columbus, and
North
North
Duplin.
Duplin. And it was fun to watch. Towards that was probably the most competitive conference we had locally in the
Mm-hmm.
basketball. So it was really fun to watch every night to see who was doing what. And like I said, it came down to the conference tournament, and Lakewood and Ariana they caught fire, man, and they was able to win the conference championship. And that's basically what. Now I will say, old girl from East Columbus, Leah Graham,
Yes.
it was
Dog.
close for a minute because I'm just like she was basically like the Tim Duncan in
Yes.
high school
Big
basketball.
fundamental.
Like she was just putting up numbers, and I can't remember the exact numbers, but when she had a quadruple double, and the
Yes, she
numbers was
did.
ridiculous. It was
Yes,
like
she did.
ridiculous. It was like 20 something. It was like 26 points, like 20 rebounds, 15 assists, 10 blocks. I was like, hold up. And sometimes you get on max preps and you like, all right, this got to be a typo, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, nah, she really did that. And I'm like, oh my God. But I mean, and of course, you had East Bladen. East Bladen had a great year. Hall of Fame coach out there.
Yeah.
Um, of course, North Duplin, who I really kind of was, giving props to North Duplin's coach because they weren't supposed to. They lost like their top, three leading scorers. They weren't supposed to really do too much this year.
You
They had a
thought
great
it was
season,
going to
so
be a
it's
rebuilding year.
yeah, it's supposed to be a rebuilding year. And I almost kind of, I want to show their coach some love, but yeah, just some great basketball in the area. Of course, the swing, the swing to boys real quick. Loving what I'm seeing out of year two with Coach Boykin, Mike Boykin. What he did for Clinton, man, you can see that's something that's building up, and with their
Now, some
JV
people are going
team.
to dispute and say, why didn't we choose Coach Hall? But when you given the type of talent that you got, bro, your
Look,
job ain't too hard, dog. Like your job ain't too hard.
look,
When you when
that
you
that
got the
JV
type of
team
dogs like that, bro.
that JV team was definitely something, and you want to keep that together. And you also saw some good things from the varsity. And I mean, you think about the varsity,
Mhm.
two of your top players were underclassmen. You had a
Yep.
sophomore and Nice Butler and a freshman. I gotta get his name real quick, man. There's so many names.
Jalen Moore.
Um, the freshman for Clinton, man. Clinton,
Jalen
number
Moore.
23. Was that his name?
Yeah, I just saw him Friday at the soccer game. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
So hold on, hold
Yeah, it's
on. Let
Jalen.
me
It's Jalen Moore. If I'm not mistaken.
hold up. Pull up my roster real quick. Yeah, Jaden Howard.
Jaden Howard.
Jaden Howard.
Who am I? Taylor Moore is who I'm thinking about.
But yeah, so you got like you said, so you got that in the JV, what you got coming up for JV. The future is definitely bright out there for playing basketball.
What do you think of what's happening with Harrells with you know Deshaun, Takashi, and Antonio, of course, all going off to school.
That's a lot. That's you don't replace that. You can't replace that type of talent, man. Of course, like you say, you still got Big Moose that's going to be out there. But
You have
yeah, you'll
Jeremiah
probably,
Davis.
like you say, unless they got something coming in, you'll probably see them take a step back, man. 'Cause like I said, that's a lot that's a lot for anybody to replace. And you know, Antonio, man, that kid was just
Amazing.
generational. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't find that type of talent you know just laying around anywhere. So that's definitely they got a lot to replace. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a step back. Unless, like I said, unless they got something big coming in that we don't know
Which,
about yet.
which, little birdie told me, I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm not big on gossip. In the newspaper, we only report facts. We don't report gossip. But I, I, I heard that there is something that possibly might shake up next season. So we're just gonna stay tuned and we'll see how that develops.
Yeah, we'll stay tuned, stay tuned. But
Stay tuned,
I think we
cause the
we we
season's
we,
talking.
we I know they are. Oh, but real quick, speaking of talking, I got to ask you this question real quick.
All
All right,
right.
somebody said, of course, with the departure of Coach Boykin in football, there was a lot of talk about, you know, I guess this one person was upset with how everything went down and the fact that people were, pretty much glad that Clinton moved on. And this person said the Clinton job is unattractive because the fan talk and this, that, and the third. People like me, basically, he was saying. And I want to know how you feel about that, man, because I feel like anywhere where people care about their football program or anywhere where there's been winning, where championships have been won, and there are expectations that there's always going to be fans that talk. So I just want to know what do you feel about, because me, I feel like if I'm a coach, fan talk is just something that comes with the territory.
Yeah,
Like if that's something that turns you off, that's like imagine imagine a doctor being scared of blood.
right, right.
Like, bro, you
This
in the wrong
comes with
career
the
field.
territory.
Like fan talk, especially in a program that that's been successful and wins and has expectations
Yeah,
and has passionate fans. There's always going to be somebody talking.
yeah.
So if you feel like a job is unattractive because of fan talk, then bro, you in the wrong
You're in
career
the
field.
wrong business, buddy. You in the wrong business.
You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
quote a coach that I worked with at Hopkins, and George Coulthard. Um, Shout out to Coach Coulthard. He's one of those air raid gurus, along with Joe Salas. He said the more that you listen to fans, the quicker you're gonna be up there sitting with them, and that's the God honest truth, bro. And I've seen it happen. The more that you listen to them fans, the quicker you're gonna be over there sitting with them and them sidelines, bro.
And like I said,
Because
we understand. I understand. Fan talk is fan talk. It's not always going to be. It's not always. It's not always right. Definitely not always right. But what's fans short for? Fanatic, man. People
yep,
and what there's a lot of emotions that go in, especially when you are invested, you care about something. Now
yeah.
you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, correct? You're a Philly fan, right? Did I lose you? I think I lost Coach. Coach, can you hear me?
Some, yeah, somebody called me and it knocked me off.
No. But you're
Am
a
I here?
Philly. Yeah, you. I see you. But
Okay,
you're a Philly fan, right?
right.
Now, in the course of watching a Philadelphia Eagles game, and something happens, have you ever muttered something to the TV or under your breath?
Oh, most definitely.
Does that make you? Does that make you? So guess what? You're a fair weather fan. You're not a real fan. You
Things
don't
is
really
not
care.
always
You don't
things are
always
not
you
always
don't
going
care
to
about
be
the
good.
team. You don't care about the team. You don't support the team. You just said something negative. There's people out there that, boy, they love to say how I don't support this. Oh, you're not a Clinton fan. You're not a real Clinton fan. You don't support the kids. Why? Because I got this to say. Like, come on, man. Like
I would love to hear them
one
Tar Heel
thing about
fans. I
one
want
thing.
to hear
That's what
them
I'm
Tar
saying.
Heel
Like, bro,
fans.
what type of football fan? What type like high school, college, NFL? If you're telling me that you never said nothing, like you never been watching the game, was like, what the fuck was that? Like
What are we
you never
doing?
had. Come on, bro. Like, come on. You never vented. You never vented about a game.
Facts.
You never had a lead going into. You never had like a 2 touchdown lead with 3 minutes left in the game, and you end up losing the game. You never had nothing bad to say after that. Like, come on,
Right.
y'all.
Be
Like, it's
realistic,
just
man.
look, fans are always going to talk, and it's. I mean, look. I mean, one of the things we like to do, we vent.
Yeah.
One of the things I started this podcast for was a place to vent. I always
Hmm.
kind of wanted to have that feel of like you sitting at a sports bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having a drink, talking about the games. That's kind of the vibe I wanted. So of course I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna say what I feel, it being my platform or whatever. But it's
And
funny
they
to
do that in
hear.
the
It's funny,
stands. You know what's crazy? They
bro.
do that in the stands. They talk
That's
so
another
much
thing.
trash about the coaches. They talk trash about other people's kids. They do all that stuff right there in the stands amongst each other, bro. They do
That's
it
the
right
thing
there in
I'm
the stand.
talking
I
about.
don't know why this kid at
Of
quarterback.
I don't know why he pitching today. He just pitched a horrible game last week. I don't know why they got him back on the mound. I've been hearing all of this stuff, bro, covering these games. People be talking crap, straight crap, about their team right there in the presence of it, and they want to get on us about
Oh,
criticizing
I'm
positively.
telling you right now, like people, I talked about how I just don't feel like Johnny Boykin was the right coach for us, and it what we weren't gonna get any, we weren't going nowhere with this. And
Mm.
people, man, and these same people, I remember being in the stands and people talking about Bob
Yeah,
Lewis. Bob
yeah,
Lewis, who's won state championships, who's got over 300 wins, who's done all these things.
yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I say this one thing about this one coach that look at the resume, it's kind of supported. Oh, you don't support Clinton,
No
you don't
support this
support the
thing.
kids. But it was funny because I ended up taking that post down because I just got tired of it. But it was funny as the
And
season
then
wore
people made
on.
it personal with you too.
But it was funny as the season went on, and a lot of stuff, the losses, some of them losses,
Maybe he
and
was right.
all of a sudden, you saw because I remember names, and I saw
Maybe he was right.
comments, and I
You
was
kept
like,
the receipts. Did you
I
keep the
was like,
receipts?
look who mine done changed, huh? Look who mine done changed. Like, come on, bro. Look, at the end of the day, like I was trying to explain to some of them kids that was upset about me critiquing them,
Hmm.
you're not gonna go that hard for something that you don't care about. You're not gonna get that
Right.
upset about something you don't care about. At the end of like I said, no offense to Midway, but when Midway loses, I'm not as but Clinton loses, I'm like, I'm going in. Of course you're gonna go in about stuff. You're not gonna get that emotional or
Yeah.
upset about something you don't care about. So I mean that's all I gotta say. But I just thought it was funny, man, and I wanted to talk about it because bro made it sound. I'm like, bro, what you talk, dude? There was
And then
Reese.
you had the booster club. You had the boosters talking. Like, bro, when you got people that's in your administration saying stuff, bro, why you coming at us, dog? of all people, bro. Y'all,
Like I said, I
y'all
guess
hate to
I'm.
say
It's
it, but
just
y'all just don't like to hear it out loud. No, keep the
and that's why I
haters
said
down.
I was like, man, I guess I'll be the villain. And someone's got to say it. Someone's got
and
to say it.
and then the whole thing about him not traveling back with the team, bro. I got so many phone calls after that playoff game. I think this need to be mentioned in the story. You need to mention that. You need first of all, don't dictate what I'm about to write. First of all, y'all ain't gonna tell me what to do as far as covering these games. But like that would be tasteless for me to include that in the article, bro. But y'all did all this complaining though behind the scenes, behind his back, and I'm pretty sure he was very well cognizant of it all. It ain't
Like I
like
said,
he was walking around oblivious about it.
I feel like, look, bro, there was Reedsville won a state championship, and
Mhm.
throughout this season, there were fans straight dogging their coach
Yeah.
because they couldn't settle on a quarterback. They kept on rotating quarterbacks. They couldn't settle on a quarterback. I saw Shelby fans talking trash about their coach. And
Mhm.
look, it just comes with the
With the
territory,
territory.
especially when you're somewhere where they care about the program and there's expectations.
Yes.
Look, I understand it's been 20 years now since Clinton's last state championship victory, but the
Man, it's
fact
been
that
20?
2005 was our last state championship,
Okay.
but
Hey, shout out
when
Coop.
I got Coop said he's gonna be on the show one day, man. He out there coaching. He coaching running backs out there in East Rutherford, man.
Hmm.
But when you made it to the top, nothing else. It's always gonna be that expectations, especially when you've done it multiple times. Like there's people that will say, "Oh, 6-6 in a second round," playoff trip is a good season. It's and Clinton, man, it's just
That's not it.
that ain't it, man. You know what? When you start hanging banners up and you start giving out rings, man, 6-6, second round. That, like I said, if you're not ready for expectations, don't come to a place like this. Don't
Yeah.
don't go to Clinton. Don't go to Reedsville. Don't go to Shelby. Damn sure don't go to Tarboro. You know, don't
Yeah, don't go to
there's
Tarboro.
always going to be when you won multiple state championship. That football program is always going to they're always going to have expectations.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean? Like I
fact.
said, going back to the NFL, Philadelphia Eagles fan. If y'all ever move on from another coach, y'all won multiple Super Bowls now. Is just making the playoffs good enough now?
Nah, I mean, like,
Exactly.
bro,
Exactly.
we went to 4 consecutive NFC championships. Andy Reid, I still revere as one of the greatest coaches in the league history. But just go getting NFC championship, and then we finally get to the Super Bowl and lose that Super Bowl. Like, I understand why he had to move on, bro, because
But just speaking on
winning
present
is
day,
a standard, bro.
now that
You
y'all
get
won two, now that
yeah,
y'all won two, is just making the wild card good enough.
nah,
That's what, like I
nah.
said, and like I said, I don't understand. This person's a coach, and they say, "Oh, Clinton's unattractive." That's the most unattractive job in the state because the fans like you. They're always talking. I'm like, brother, well, don't. Well, you better. I ain't trying to, trash any football programs, but I guess you're better off going somewhere where they don't win because
And they have no media outlet, no
no
newspaper,
media
no
outlet, no
no
booster club,
podcast,
no
no
support.
nothing.
But guess what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one thing I will always say. Places like this, yeah, they'll put you through the ringer, but you never have to worry about turning around and seeing empty stands. You never
Mm,
have to worry about booster club support. You're going to have you got a strong booster club. I
hmm
mean, that's just places. Like I said, if you want to go somewhere where it's silent, go somewhere where they never won a game.
Boy,
Like I
you
said,
almost
man, a
never
football
said
coach, a
so much
football
in the
coach,
same.
a football coach turned off by just I don't want a job because they talk. That's like I said, it's like a doctor being scared of blood to me. I'm like, bro,
You're in the
shoot,
wrong
like you
profession,
should,
pal.
bro, you supposed to have the thickest of thick skin. Come on now.
Bro. Speaking of coaches, though, I heard. Well, no, I ain't just heard. I seen it. Hopkins' DC job is up for grabs. I heard Tart's just focusing on basketball. So he's stepping back as DC of the Hopkins football program. Who do you think could possibly join Scronts and help them out on the defensive side of the ball?
Oh man, I like what y'all got going on out there at Hopkins right now. I think Scrunts, like I said, you could tell the difference. And like I said, people want to make a lot of excuses for a coach that's no longer here in Sanford County, but people want to make
Right.
excuses for this guy. But like I said, you could feel a culture shift with Scrunts, and Scrunts didn't have nearly the amount of time that this now ex coach had.
Right.
So you either got it or you don't got it. That's why I
Right.
said I applaud Clinton for going on and like, all right, obviously this is not going to work instead of drawing it out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But with Scrunts, you can see the shift. You can see the change. And I like what Hopkins got going on right now. They got a good group coming up from the middle school. Got a good group coming up from the JV. It's something y'all can continue to build on. As far as the coaching hire, man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure Scrunts has a lot of connections as far as with Duplin County. So we might see maybe somebody you work with at Wallace or coming over. But yeah, I
I
see
would
nothing
love
but
to see
good things for
Desmond
them,
get
man.
promoted, man. Like
Yeah,
with what
Coach
Joyner
Joyner's
did
done it.
with the
He
JV
did it.
squad,
He's done an excellent job, man.
and he played
Um,
for Scrunts.
So yeah, that could definitely be that definitely be a good fit. And like I said, you continue out. You're not bringing in somebody new. Kids are familiar with coach, so I
Hmm.
feel like that could be a good move.
He's a true players coach, man.
Oh yeah, he's a big supporter of the podcast, man. So shout out to Coach Jordan, man. Really appreciate you sharing all our stuff and always always speak highly of you, man. Appreciate that.
Keep working with them youngins, man. Like, bro, you know how I value JB. I hold
Yeah, I'm
JB
still mad
in
about
high
that, by the
regard,
way.
man.
I'm
Huh?
still mad about that. They didn't replay that finish out
Oh
that East
yeah, that
Blade and
game.
Hopkins JV game. I'm still a little. I'm writing my anonymous email to
CHSA.
the I'm like, look, we like that's what we like to do around Samson County. We like to send anonymous emails.
Yeah. No. What's been crazy is people that create burner accounts on social media to comment on posts and stuff, bro. Like,
Well, that's why I don't
working
do
for this newspaper, dog. I done
yeah
seen it all, bro.
yeah that's why
I
I
done
don't
seen
really
it.
that's why I really don't dabble in NC preps like that anymore, man. That just became a place for people to make burner accounts and troll and troll,
Yo,
troll and troll. But yeah, we dealt with it before up here as well, and I'm quick to identify and remove. So you come out here with that crazy message. That block button stay hot. Like, all right,
activate immediately.
activate. We was talking crazy on this post.
Well, bro, I do want to shout out a little bit of spring sports
Yeah,
before
yeah,
before
yeah.
we wrap up, man.
We've been rambling, man. We gotta get into the spring stuff, man. That's what the people wanna talk about is current and what's hot right now.
What's
And what's hot.
happening right now? What's the
What's
cause
hot
of
right
all
now.
this?
And I don't mean to stay in Newton Grove, but them Wildcats is hot right now, baseball wise.
Dog, dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
Currently, currently,
they on top of it, bro.
currently 13-3, 7-1 in conference. Got a really big game against was it North Duplin on Tuesday? So that's
They played East. Was it East Bladen or East Duke?
this past
It was a
Friday they
comeback
played.
win.
I know this past Friday they beat Pender 14-4.
Uh,
Uh,
knew that was happening,
but
but
there was a
they had a
stretch.
comeback game.
There's a stretch in this winning streak where the stat line was ridiculous. I think I had sent you the stat line about how
Yeah,
much they had outscored people.
I put it in the article. They outscored what 96-3,
Yeah, it was something crazy. I'm like, yo, they
and then
they
in the final of the Jimmy Rayner tournament, they um they 14-1 Clinton after Clinton had beat them twice in the
yeah,
regular
that's
season.
hey, look, they got something cooking right now. Currently, as far well, Max Prep, so I think their rankings get updated tomorrow. But the last update, they were the number 7 team in 2A, so they're moving up. And you're just hoping they finish the season strong and go into the postseason ready to make a run, man. Real
They're
quick, I got
undefeated in conference.
they got one loss in conference.
Oh, who?
Um, give me one second. Give me one second. They lost to East Columbus two
Oh,
zero. So
not
they're
the Gators.
so that's why I said they got an important stretch coming up. They got North Duplin this Tuesday. West Columbus, East Columbus finishing out against Union. So you win these last couple of games, man. You're conference champ, and you going to the postseason on a high note, man. But uh,
Shout out
yeah,
Coach
definitely,
McGlynn, man,
yeah,
for this to be his first year head coaching. You know, Jackson's a fairly young guy. He's another one of those player coaches where he wasn't too long ago in one of those uniforms. You know what I mean? And I think he's locked in with those kids, man. He taps in with them. He can identify with them, and
Not saying that Fussell didn't do that, because Fussell was a great coach. He's a state champion coach himself. But Jackson's done an excellent job in his first year of coaching out there at Hopkins.
I don't want to go off topic too far real quick, but I see we got some questions in the chat, and I don't want to ignore chat. Like I said, anybody just tuning in, one of the things one of the things that we do on the live shows, man, we like to have have y'all comment, man, and we'll engage and go back and forth. And I got to go back a little bit. We had Mr. Jeff Dill say, "Welcome back, fellas." That's his son Austin's a quarterback for Pender High School, man. Outstanding player.
The real deal.
Jeff always been a big supporter of the podcast. Appreciate that. Got got Dante Owens, Dante Williams. That's Jay Bird dad, man. Always been a big supporter and linebacker for Clinton, man.
Shout
Appreciate
out
you.
to Jay Bird. He just got a special recognition from the Shriners Club last week. I sat at their table. I was with him, and I did a story on him. It was in yesterday's paper. Jay Bird got acknowledged for his selection to the Shrine Club. He wasn't able to play due to a shoulder injury, but still being selected for the Shrine Club is a
Oh
big
yeah,
deal.
that's big time. That's big time.
And Jay Bird is such a cool kid. He come from good stock. I met his mom and dad.
Yeah,
His little
mom,
brother is
great
cool.
family, man.
He Jay Bird is going places, man. So y'all keep up the good work. Let me know what y'all think about that article, Dante.
Then we got Coach O's out there, Union High School. He said fans run their mouth and I run my business. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Look, man, as a coach, man, it just gotta go that way. I mean, look, you can talk all day, but I'm still gonna run my program the way I want to run it. I'm not gonna quit a job. I'm not gonna refuse a job because
Right.
I'm worried about what the fans say. That job is unattractive.
I
We
want
got
them to
we got some
like
comments
me.
from. I want to be liked. I want it all to be good. I want to lose games, but I want people to say
I
nice
want
things
to be
about me.
liked though.
Um, he said, "What he say? What do you think about Huff?" We talked about Huff at the beginning of the show, man. Like I said, I know a lot of people are mad and blaming college what was the college football landscape for what's
Because
going
they
on in
are
Huff and
operating like a college. They taking the
this,
best
that,
player
and the
from every
third.
team.
But look here, go back to Tom Knotts, Coach Tom Knotts, Charlotte Independence in the early 2000s was doing the same thing, but there's no social media. Butler did the same thing, not that big on social media. Mallard Creek did the same thing. Like, that's just Charlotte, man. That's just Charlotte, and the fact that it's just Huff's turn right now. And I mean, and there was Huff. So
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him, man. Like I said, if the kid and the parent wants to go out there, who am I to say anything? What am I to say? I'm not raising other people's kids. I don't get kids expensive enough, man. I don't get paid to raise somebody else's ones. But
Yeah.
Frames by Edgar said,
Shout,
"What do you think about that ref?"
yeah, shout out to my boy Edgar DeVilla from Clinton. He's the cameraman who snapped the viral photo. That kid, he's a senior in that
Yeah, he
class.
said the ref that got knocked out during that 7-on-7.
From my understanding, that was a Hopkins kid's dad that did it. I ain't saying no name, but
Look,
word around town is that it was a Hopkins kid's dad who was coaching, who put hands on that man, bro. And my boy Edgar from Clinton got the snap. That photo been
hey,
going about. Like even AJ Green made a video about the fucking.
look,
Like yo, it
I
was crazy.
look.
It was crazy, bro.
Like I said, I don't know the context, but I just know is as a referee, is you a referee in these 7-on-7s or any rec football games, you got to have the same type of resume like you work at Waffle House. If you can't fight, you might not want to take the job because more than likely in this landscape, that's just how it is, man. I don't see the point of getting that upset over a 7-on-7. But I mean, I guess it happens. But like I said, I don't really know the context, man. I seen the picture, I seen old buddy sleep, and I just it's just the same song and dance that we see at rec football games and 707s. Like I said, man, it's just different world, man. I couldn't see myself getting that upset over 707 though. That the fact that I want to lay hands on a referee, but yeah. But man, that was a great shot, man. That was a great shot. You definitely put on. I'm pretty sure that came with a lot of new followers, man. So it was a great shot. I don't know if I lost Coach, man. He froze up on me, but yeah, we lost him. So we'll probably be back momentarily, but we'll keep on rolling with the spring sports stuff. Like I said, we talked about Hopton. I also want to give a big shout out to another on the other side, softball side, another hot team right now, and that's the Midway Raiders. Of course, Midway's always been a powerhouse in baseball and softball, so it's not surprising to see them being as successful as they are this season, but still worthy of a shout out, man. Currently 15-0, 9-0 in the Swan Valley Conference, man. Looking to finish the season strong and hopefully make another deep playoff run. Give me 1 minute and I'm gonna see if we can get Coach back in here. But like I said, man, any comments, any shout outs, man, feel free to leave it in the chat. Like I said, I know we got a lot of new followers since we did our last show. So like I said, that's one of the things you like to do, man. Y'all comment and questions, we'll talk about it. Just a way to stay engaged and with our followers and talk to y'all in real time. And also, man, shout out to everyone listening to us on the Instagram, man. We've been off of Instagram for a while. For our last couple shows, we was having some technical issues, so we're back up there. And I know we got a lot of student athletes that follow us over there. So, man, definitely give us a shout out. Talk about how y'all feel like y'all seasons are going so far. Any senior athletes, man, if we missed where y'all are going to college, man, definitely put it in the chat so we can give y'all a shout out real quick. But yeah, definitely appreciate the questions and appreciate everybody engaging with us in the chat. Another big springs in the area. We got the Sampson County I guess the Sampson County Championship meet going down Monday. So stay tuned. Later on, I'm working on a post for that. Uh, if we got anybody that has any pictures from track for Union or Hopton or Clinton, uh, please feel free to email it to me or send it to me in my inbox. I'm trying to work on a post. I got stuff from Lakewood. I got stuff from Midway. I just need the other county schools so I could do a post for the county championship meet, which should be fun, man. It's always fun to have those Sampson County bragging rights, and we got some like we were talking about earlier, man. We got a lot of outstanding athletes in the area, so it's gonna be definitely a fun one. If you're not doing anything Monday afternoon, Monday evening, swing by and check that out. I want to shout out some other baseball and softball teams that have has very successful spring so far. Of course, on the softball side, like I said, we had a lot of Columbus County folks following the page. Shout them, man. They got a really solid softball team. A lot of great players. Been getting a lot of stuff from them. North Duplin's been solid as always. James Keenan, of course, I know Midway looks like they're running away with that conference, but James Keenan's had an excellent year as well, and they're currently ranked on Max Preps as well. High Trask out there at Pender County, they have a good season. Pender County's having a good season. Well, the Pender Patriots are. I got in trouble when I called them Pender County. They're not called Pender County. As somebody let me know. They're having a really good season. They were undefeated, but they ran into a really tough South of North team this past week. So they to give them their first two losses of the season, but they were pretty much they were undefeated up to that point. Let's see what else, man. But like I said, man, anybody got anything? I might have lost Coach for the duration, and we're kind of getting close to closing this one out. But any final thoughts or comments or statements before we close out? And I'm gonna try to we're gonna try to go live again, possibly this next weekend. Actually, we might probably try to do it Friday or Saturday, depending on what Coach got going on, or Coach Goodman got going on. But try to get back into doing the live shows. I know it's been a while. Hold up, man. We got Coach back. Coach back. Yep. Yep.
My bad, my bad.
It's all okay. Now I was just wrapping up. I was talking about of course, I talked about Midway softball. I was
Hmm.
speaking on the Sampson County track meet, the big track meet going down Monday. Like I said, we're looking. Like I said, we want to make a post shouting out track. We haven't really done too many. I haven't done too many track posts this spring, so I want to do something for them. I need some pitches, man. So I was asking the population if they got any pitches, man. Shoot them my way so I could make a post acknowledging the track, the
There's
big
one
time
kid
track
I
meet,
gotta
the
shout out,
big
man.
time bragging rights.
There's one kid I gotta shout out, man. I mean, I can shout out a whole lot of kids, cause I used to coach track, so it's a little close to my heart a little bit. But there's this young man at Lakewood that went to the Adidas Invitational named Tylen Monk.
Mm,
That boy, that boy special, man. Like, like he flies. He does high jump, long jump, and triple jump. Um, I wish that boy would have played basketball. It's like, but he was focused. He was locked in on winter track, and that's what got him to the Adidas Invitational in winter track. But he made it to states. Him and Davion both was at states together last year, and um, he was kind of like pushing Davion to go further and stuff, and it all worked out. You know what I mean? Davion had a track meet yesterday for college, but Tylen's gonna go D1. Um, he's broken Lakewood's long jump record. He's broken Sampson County's long jump record. Um, Tylen Monk is a special, special kid, man. Out there at Lakewood, he's gonna do some big things, and I wrote a feature article about him as well. I think he stated what his ultimate goal is, and I think he'll be able to do it. He wants to be an Olympian, and with what he's doing right now and the
he's on
trajectory
his
he's
way.
on, he's on his way to being an Olympian, man. He's a special, special kid, and he got a special place in my heart, man. Like I want to see that boy with a gold medal, bro. But if I see that joker wearing the colors of the USA and jumping for USA, bro, I swear to God, like that would be such a full fulfilling moment, man.
Big
Because
time,
I've
big
seen
time.
him from his freshman year, and now he's graduating, man. Like I do get I get emotional a little bit because I've seen these kids for so long, man. And you really like watch them grow up in front of your eyes, man. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see their growth, their development, their progression. Is it's inspiring, man. And like Devin Jones too. Shout out Devin. He's been leading the conference in shot put and discus out there at Lakewood. Um, he's been killing it, and I know he missed states last year just by a few inches,
Mm,
but he's gonna go to states this year. He's gonna go back. Um, Nathan Miller from Hopkins, 2 mile runner. He's been killing it. He used to run the mile and the 2 mile, but doing both of those events
yeah, that got to be a
in the
lot.
same week, it's a lot, bro.
and then them shin splints start coming in. But
Ooh,
let me tell you about this kid Nathan Miller, man. All right, so a 2 mile is 8 laps total. Four laps is a mile. Two miles is 8 laps. He keeps a consistent, steady pace for the front seven, and he ends up leading off, and he pulls away with just a steady, calm pace. He got a blank expression on his face, just cruising. But when it comes to that last 400, that last lap, I don't know how the heck he does it, but he sprints the whole last
like it's
lap,
like they got an extra, like he just turns on the extra gear.
bro. I
I
don't know.
never been, a runner, so I'm not know.
I've heard of that
Look,
term, runner's
as soon as you
high.
said it, as soon as you said 8 laps, I was turned off immediately. I said,
Bro,
look,
I mean, like, I couldn't imagine, bro. The mile killed me during basketball season.
look,
Coach
look,
said, if you ain't running the mile under 6 minutes, you can't make this team. I was like, oh no, let's go,
well,
let's go, let's go. But once we finish though, Lord have mercy. All right, now let's go play basketball. Come on, man. But this kid, bro, that eighth lap, he sprints the whole thing. I don't know how he does it, but he sprints it. I mean, and he'll probably kill kids that run the open 400
mm,
because he sprints that last lap after running 7 laps prior. I don't know how he does it, but he's inspiring. Like I'm amazed every time I see him do it. We got some Union kids out there, like Centavia McCoy, that's balling. But like I mentioned earlier about Tobias and Kenny Ray, I'm disappointed. Manny Adams, you too. I'm disappointed that y'all not out there participate, man. Quentin Jones is a stud from Union. He's fast as heck. This joker be wearing them Google glasses or those them smart glasses. He be recording his races, but he's a showman though. So like sometimes his taunting and stuff is off putting the coaches and stuff, but he's a confident kid.
yeah.
And confidence sometimes just comes off as arrogant to those who are uninspired. So, but I love him from Union. He's a dog. Hopton got a CC Vasquez. She's been killing shot put, but now she has a little girl on her team that's a freshman, and Nashe Oates, who's been overthrowing her these past few meets, and Hopton's been number one, number two in shot put. But CC throws discus. I don't think Nashay Oates. I don't think Oates throw discus. She just does shot put. But CC has been killing it in discus and shot put. She's gonna go to states this year, I believe. Um, Trying to think of some other studs in track. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't bring out North Duplin because North Duplin girls, those relay teams, they got this one lady on their team, dog. I mean, like 200, 100, 400, 4x4 relay. Like she killed it. They dominated last week's conference tournament, conference meet. Um, they got some dogs, and the boys you still got Mr. Phillips out there.
Oh,
He
Corral. Yeah,
yeah,
that joke. I already knew that. Just see him how he ran the football. I already knew he already knew he was a track athlete, man. That
yeah.
kid, he got some burners, man.
And he jumps too. I think he jumps. So he high jumps. So he's skilled. So I would be remiss if I didn't bring them up.
That's it.
I don't
Just
really. I'm not too frequent with the West Columbus kids. I know they're new to the conference and whatnot, but they don't show up unless um they got fat timing, which I'm writing an article about that. That's been a big controversy regarding track. Um, the NCHSA has instituted this thing where if you do not have fat timing, then those times cannot be qualified for regionals or for states, and that's been very unfair to rural schools out here because it costs quite a bit of money. Um, all those schools out west, they have those. They have those amenities to have fat timing and to go to JBL and all that stuff, but we don't have that technology here. And to get somebody, you have to schedule somebody to come out to administer it in the whole shebang. And it's a whole lot that
It sounds expensive.
it's expensive.
It
And
sounds expensive.
like it will cost each school that participates roughly around $100 each to pitch in to get fat timing. And I don't think that every school um, is willing to do that. One, um, and two, it's also having to do a lot with scheduling. And with Lakewood being the school that primarily hosts all our conference meets, I mean that's kind of unfair to them. So I don't know, man. I hope
Definitely.
we can get a resolution. There's supposed to be a meeting here in May with the NCHSAA to address this. I've reached out to their public relations person to get a comment about, has anything progress? Because I already wrote an article during winter about it because you can see most of the kids that made states, they were all Western teams that were close to Winston-Salem where JBL is at. But as far as all the Eastern teams that are rural, there wasn't a lot of kids represented because of this fat timing rule that they put in. So um, I'm doing it's kind of investigative journalism a little bit. You know what I mean? I know
Okay.
sports is supposed to be all happy, 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 joy, joy, but
We're going
I'm trying to
we're
get
gonna
some
have
justice for
30.
these
We're
kids,
gonna
man.
have the 30 for 30 Samson Independent edition.
In fact, man, because
Anthony Good
we need
Anthony
answers,
Goodman dives deep.
man. We need answers, man. We need answers. We need answers
Yeah, that's
because
what's up
it's
though.
not fair to these kids out here that's busting their tails. Shout out Malik Rose, like he got his personal best in the 300-meter hurdles, but that time can't qualify him for regionals because it wasn't used in fat timing.
That's crazy.
So it's like this shit's unfair to the kids, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it. And then from what I heard, a person that's on the NCHSA board is a owner of the fat timing machine. He
Oh
sells the joint,
man.
so the plot thickens a little bit. You know what I mean?
The plot
The plot
thickens.
thickens. He's a
Oh
part of the board that pushed this rule, and he's profiting off it. So I mean, maybe that's why they haven't reached. Because I reached out to them last week, and I haven't heard back yet. So
man. Yeah. I said, yep, definitely fits the bill, man. Yeah.
something's
I get
afoot.
who's never heard about that somebody on a special board is a business owner and something benefits them directly. No
Mm,
conflict of interest
no
there.
conflict. And then
Ooh.
Miss Tucker retired amidst all this. You know what I'm saying? Miss Tucker was the commissioner, and she retires in the midst of all this. Like Coach Hewlett, he made a joke. He was like, "Now, why'd you do that to that lady?" like I had something to do with it.
Oh
I ain't
man.
got nothing to do with it.
Look, man, look, they going look. Speaking from experience, man. You about to be have about to be banned. Talk-
Your credentials are
Look,
now revoked.
your credentials have been pulled.
You are no longer
I,
allowed media access.
look, man. Look, I like I said, I know rumors are rumors. So, man, when you catch a glimpse of a rumor that you've been banned, first of all, you're like banned for what?
For real though.
For what? For talking?
For
Hey,
real
look,
though, man.
I feel
I thought this
actually
was
I feel like
America.
it is America. What's more American than that? I don't like what you said. You're banned.
You're bad. And look, bro, there's this dude. I ain't gonna speak his name because I don't want to give him more clout than what he's already getting. But this Joker been trolling Everybody in Suffolk County. I mean, from the mayor to the sheriff to like the whole town,
Hey,
bro. He got a
I
personal
don't,
vendetta, bro. He got a personal vendetta
I
against
know,
Suffolk
I
County,
know you talking about. I know you talking about.
bro.
But I ain't trying to get. I ain't trying to get.
I
I ain't
don't
trying
want
to
no
get
parts
political.
of
I
that,
don't
bro.
want to get political up here.
I don't want no parts of it, bro.
Oh, I don't want. I done caught enough. I done caught enough strays in Sanford County, man. I do short.
Yeah, man, I don't want no parts of
Actually,
that.
I feel like I'm starting to get back in the. I feel like I'm starting to get back in the good standing though. I got unblocked from the Clinton football page for the
See,
first time in
that's a positive
2
sign.
years. So that's we making progress,
That's a
man. I'm
step in
glad
the right direction.
we under new management, man. We good.
Hey, you ever
I'm okay to come home for a game now
yeah,
because there's a rumor.
they'll welcome you with
There's
arms
a
wide open.
rumor. There was a rumor a while back that I would not be allowed on the premises. I was like, for what? What I do? You've been something on your podcast about this. I was like, really?
Nah, see, that's
Well, first of all, because they like to troll and talk about how nobody listens to us. So I was like, well, apparently somebody was
somebody
listening.
listening.
They banned me for what I said.
Somebody paying attention.
Now I just didn't want to spend all that money on. I didn't want to spend money on a plane ticket coming home, and then I can't even get in the gate. I'm like, well, damn.
Facts. I mean, you know,
They got pictures of me up. They got pictures of me up at the ticket booth.
you super, do not grant him
You
admission.
see this person not allowed, not
Did you
granted
ever talk to your
admissions.
boy?
Oh man,
Did you ever get up with Big Red?
hold on. Oh we good, we good.
That's my dog,
That's why I
man.
said I feel like I'm starting to. I feel like I'm starting to get back into some people's good graces. So we'll see what happens this football season.
He's a big advocate of us, man.
Uh,
He's a big advocate. I
like I
appreciate
said,
it.
I appreciate the support that we get. Like for those listening to this that are like I said new, when I first started this pay, it was primarily only Clinton football. I only did Clinton football. Um, others caught on to it. Said, man, I would love for somebody to do that for our school.
Yeah,
And I said, okay, expanded Sanford County. We did Sanford County, and got a lot of love out of Duplin County. So when went to Duplin County and so on and so forth. So my ultimate goal, especially football wise, and I would love to just be able to cover the entire eastern part, especially the southeast part. Like I said, the rural
yeah,
areas that don't get that much love. But I feel like we're starting to kind of really zone in on a good target area, which is Sanford County, of course, Duplin County, Pender County, and like I said, man, we've got a lot of love from Columbus County
yeah.
as of late. So man, shout out to them and shout out just to not to well go back to football real quick. Shout out to Coach Thorpe. Coach Thorpe, he's been following the page for a while,
Yeah.
man. He just got named new head coach at East Columbus High School. He's the offensive coordinator at Kinston.
Hey, East Columbus is on a come
This is his
up, bro.
first head coaching job. I feel like he's the perfect candidate for them. We always wondered about these Columbus and why they struggle so much in certain aspects. And it's clear that they have athletes because I've seen it now.
Dog.
Actually getting in and kind of covering them. They got some athletes. They just need they need a
And
coach
they
that's
structured.
going to really build sit there and stay there and build. A lot of programs struggle because of a constant revolving door,
Yeah.
and there's no continuality, and there's no
Continuity.
no. You got seniors that have gone through 4 head coaches in 4 years. Like, that's not the way to build a program up. But I feel like they got a good guy. I mean, I've heard him speak before. I've checked him out, and of course, everyone saw how potent that Kinston offense was these last couple of years. So, and East Columbus got some athletes, man. So I feel like he could do a good job, man. Just obviously they got a sports loving community. So the same amount of energy that y'all pour into softball and baseball and women's basketball, pour into the football program, man, because and hopefully they can start to turn things around out there down there in the swamp.
In the swamp.
But man, I think we've been in it for a while, man. I don't know, coach, you got any closing comments or anything you want to talk about before we sign off?
I just want to shout out the community, man. Like it's been being in the sports editor position, man. It's I don't want to call it overwhelming, but it's a lot to handle. But the love that I've been
Mm-hmm.
receiving, um, it makes it all worth it, man. Like I told you why.
Yeah, I kind of lost you for a second there, coach. I don't know if you went through a dead spot. Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got
Am
you.
I back? Can you hear me? Bad man, I'm coming through the country. But when I was covering the basketball games,
That do it.
that'll do it. Hey, look, man, just people should know I'm from the land. Okay, so I'm from the land. But when I was covering the basketball games, man, kids see me come in with that camera, they be like, "Oh, Buck Sweeps is here. Buck Sweeps is here." I was like, "Yo,
Hey man,
it's,
I like to hear that, man. I like to hear that because sometimes we always wonder like is anybody watching this, anybody paying attention to this, and hearing you telling me about some of the
right,
coaches talking about how like for some kids, man, this like ESPN.
yeah."
That I really appreciate stuff like that, man. That makes it
JK coach
worthwhile,
said
man.
that when I presented him the award for Team of the Year. Um, he said, "Yo, we really appreciate what y'all doing because these kids they watch y'all more than they watch ESPN." And I mean, that's on the
And
state.
that's
And
big time, man. I appreciate that.
I want to piggyback when we talked about sponsors earlier, man. A goal that I would love to have. Can we have a sponsor from every school district? Because I don't want nobody to be
Yeah, that,
misconceived that just
we say,
because
oh yeah,
Mr.
we say, oh
Brinkley,
yeah, we say,
you
oh,
know,
their sponsor is from here, so that's why they always talk
you know
about
what I
them.
mean. I don't want that. I don't want that misconception because people can't be further from the truth. Um,
No, it's nothing further than the truth, man. We try to show love for everybody, man, but just and it just happened. This was a coincidence,
right,
man. We just happened to have a lot of Duplin County people step up,
right,
and they just happen to be James Keenan
right.
fans. And I mean, like I said, and James Keenan just happened to have a really good year. But I'm saying, like, we're like I said, we try to spread the love, of course. When it gets deep into the playoffs and teams fall off, I mean, we're gonna talk about the teams that's left standing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we would love to have. I mean, sponsors from all over. I mean, ultimate goal is to be able to hand out these awards and show love to all these kids and shoot, man, if it ever got big enough, man, I would love to be able to like do maybe donation for a scholarship fund or something. We just trying to put on for really try to put on for rural Eastern North Carolina. These small programs, these small schools that a lot of times high school OT they'll come around every now and then. Favorable observer, they'll come around every now and then. But we're really living in a dead area as far as media goes, and we're not getting all the
If we
accolades and
don't
all the
do it, we're gonna
attention
do it.
that they're getting, in the bigger market. So we're trying to put on for them. That's why I said we got our roots. The roots are in Sanford County. You know, Duplin County, I feel took us to the next level. And we're just continuing to try to expand, man, especially football wise. Like I said, I try to show love for all sports, but at the end of the day, man, I'm a football head, man.
Yeah.
That's where I'm the most energetic at. So, football wise, man, I would love for us to be one of the go tos in Eastern North Carolina football sports. You know what I'm saying? But That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, man.
Man, if
Love
you
you,
ain't got
buddy.
nothing else, man, we're
Welcome
gonna
back
go ahead
home,
and.
man.
Oh yeah, I'm back home for. We'll see how long, man. Like I said, I still got to go back. Currently, there's a restriction as far as travel goes. So whenever that restriction gets lifted, I'll be back over there. But I'm home for now, so we're gonna try to get a couple shows in, man. Like I said, we got spring sports winding down. This next show, we definitely want to be talking about the results of the Sanford County track meet. We'll see if Hoppy can continue their hot streak, see if Midway can continue to be undefeated, and see how these teams are get ready for these spring playoffs, man. And of course, we got
Yes,
spring
sir.
football coming up, and I'm sure we'll have after today's comments, we'll probably have some, maybe might have some coaches ready to chime in on some things. So yeah, so like I said, as long as I'm home, man, we're gonna try to get some live shows in and get this thing back rolling. But like I said, man, appreciate everyone tuning in. For those that watch live, for those that's going to watch this after church, I know we did it during church, so a lot of people probably gonna catch it later on this afternoon. But
Shout out, Mr.
appreciate
Corbett.
y'all. Oh yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off for Coach Goodman, Chris Harris, Buck Sweet Sports Podcast. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.